There we go. Well, last time we tried the Ark scenario, but we overcommitted to sending resources to New Manchester, and that led us to not being able to store up enough coal, and we died. Let's not have that happen again. This time we want to be greedy with our exploration so we can get more steam cores. Seedling arcs. We've been chosen to safeguard a priceless treasure, the seeds and seedlings of plants from all over the world. They've been deposited in seedling arcs to stop them from freezing, but it falls to us to build a city to protect these precious buildings until the winter ends, however long that may be. The only way to do this is with automatons. We'll ensure the green earth is reborn, even if we aren't there to witness it. Let's get to work! We use a generator assigned to seedlings are safely stored in the seedling arcs. We were supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but a transport carrying the factory plans was lost in a blizzard. We need to build a beacon and send a team to research for it. Preserve the seedlings. We must ensure the seedling arcs don't freeze. All the seedlings and many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to the cold. If the temperature in any seedling arcs falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. So if we want the beacon, we first need a workshop. We should also gather resources. Wood crates here, some coal pals here. Some steel wreckage there. Yeah, now we need more wood. There we go, start researching that. Another gathering post. What do we gather? Some wood crates and steel wreckages here. About to build multiple gathering posts and have the engineers working. No roof over our heads. People are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter, falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. Better do something about it. 2 days to provide shelter for everyone, eh? Fine, I'll provide shelter for everyone. Automaton, get to work. Generators off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't at least turn it on for the night. Oh right, we have walls. Put an emergency shift.
New law! A new law has passed.
And as the automaton gathers wood, just build more houses. Geez, 7 of our people died already. How the hell? Okay, fine. I'll just load it back and turn the generator on. Jeez.
Work time. Get back to work.
Beacon research. Could get some faster gathering. Also get some sawmills to start getting a lot of wood. And that should be enough housing for everyone.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Go research. We do want to get coal mining eventually. Steelworks is also something we want to get. We need a lot of those. Let's get faster gathering for now. Hey, hope rises.
Workday ends. It's time off.
We built, we're no longer lost in blind. From now on, our people yield to survey the icy barrens that surround us. Frostland. We need 40 wood for that one. Captain, with the beacon operational, we can clearly see the storm approaching from the south. Still some distance away, but we better keep an eye on it and make sure we set up the infrastructure needed to heat the ark before the storm hits. Scouts head to abandoned supplies. We should also build more workshops. I think, yeah, I better make use of that.
Move. Time
And then
to
the
get to
generator
work.
saves coal. More laws.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
And that's all our workforce. You're gathering researched. Oh, does this one not have workers? Oh no, it does. So what am I missing then? Alright, well, research new goals. Drawing boards, definitely a thing we can do. We could get coal mining early. We also need to research enough to start getting automatons. Scouts reach the abandoned supplies. Our supplies are covered in snow and ice. They seem undamaged, but we'll have to dig them out to be sure. Covered treasure. We spent hours hacking at the ice to free our supplies, but we didn't! We were forced to abandon them once. Doing it again would be unforgivable. Hey, Tipper, long time no see. I'm just trying this scenario for Frostpunk again, because last time we managed to save a city, but we died in the process. At least canonically. It would have been fine if the game just ignored the goal, but no. Alright, let's go to the next destination. And let's build a cookhouse so we can eat some food. Automaton can't refuel, and Automaton's not working because it's unable to charge itself from the generator or steam hub. It has to do that twice daily. To make it operational again, you need to turn on the generator.
Workday ends. It's off time.
Broken automaton. Only the top of the automaton is sticking out of the snow. Digging it out will take some effort, but should be worth it. The automaton was left where it broke down. Thankfully, we managed to dig it out and fix it. We can now send this fully operational automaton to the city. Yay. We're definitely not getting enough, definitely not getting enough, what's the word? Coal. Yes, not definitely getting enough coal.
New law. A new law has passed.
14 hours? People barely have time to eat and sleep. I know many will complain, but we must work harder to survive.
Bundle up. It's getting colder. Work time. Get back to work.
Iron boards researched. Ah, here's what we came for. Coal mining. Our wood crates depleted. There you go, coal mining research. Let's see, we should also get more scouts. We just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component of advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. Boss Dreadnought. Our expedition's main vehicle, left hopelessly wedged in a crevasse. Exploring will be difficult, but we have to find the factory plants that are on board. We rappelled down to the crevasse, listening to the ominous sounds of the ice cracking under the weight of the steel behemoth. After an hour or so of searching, we find the documents safe. Find the documents safe and retrieve the factory plants. We must get them to the city as fast as possible. The weather is getting worse by the minute, and we need automatons to secure the city and the seething arcs before the storm hits. Factory plants found. Excellent! Now we can start setting up automated infrastructure to keep these seething arcs at a safe temperature. Bringing back the plan, set up a factory, increase the number of automatons to 3. The seething arcs might freeze. Captain, in a few days the temperature will drop. Seething arcs will be in danger. We have to keep them warm with the heaters or steam hubs. Turn off this automaton and have it go over by the coal mine. We're gonna need coal.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Make a care house. Care house has been established in accordance with the new law. Let's set up extended shifts for our workshops.
Get to work. Move, people.
More scouts researched.
Plenty to do.
Means we can send out another batch of people. Yes, hothouse. We're gonna need that to produce actually produce food. Scout unit number 1 has returned safely to the city. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out to the Frostland. Well, actually, we want to build another regiment of scouts. We can get more rewards. Now that we have a factory, we can build it. And we can also build steam hubs. Super useful. automaton reached the city. The automaton reached our city and is fully operational and ready to work. We can start working on the sawmill, I guess. We really need the steam house really closer to the deposit sites. And get these set up. We just need them there because they're convenient to resupplying our automatons. Yes. We need more steel and wood. And we need more resource depots because we're gonna run out of that soon. Less space for all that coal. Seedlings are in danger. Captain, the temperature in one of the seedlings has dropped too low. If you do nothing, its precious contents will be lost. We mustn't let that happen. That should be fine for one day.
Get to work. Move, people.
Got to reach the industrial ruins. The building was destroyed by a powerful avalanche. Its interiors are filled with snow, but we should still be able to retrieve some resources. Discover a bounty of resources that we dig through the snow. Sadly, that's not all we find. An avalanche killed everyone who worked here. Their corpses have been frozen solid. The relatively light clothes and insignia of Her Majesty's Prospector Corps suggest they were explorers sent north to look for suitable places for generators during the onset of the Great Winter. Maybe it's for the best that they weren't there to witness the fall of the Empire. All military researched. And we should get steelworks. How much we need? 100 steel, 100 wood, 100 coal. Got to reach Icefall Mine. This mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the building suggests they were abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. Fundamental research. Engineer is asking for a day off to study an automaton closely. Automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learn how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. Alright, let's take a closer look at any machine I can adjust it to improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? Carry on with the project. Sure, let's get a fighting arena up. That'll lower discontent.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Steelworks researched. We need more wood, though. Wall drill? Tempting. We do have a space for a wall drill. I'm just not sure if it's necessary. We are running out of wood, though. Let's get drafting machines instead for now. Yeah, scouts have safely returned.
Your tools.
Right, let's get this steelworks working. Ooh, warm.
Work time. Get back to work.
Crafting machine have researched. Minor scout sleds. Test subject needed. Engineer working on an automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. Close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'm able to propose specific modifications that will raise our performance permanently. Fine, but I need an automaton to start working on the sawmill again. Time to scout Celeste's research.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
The distinct spot in Frostland can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. New landmark. Search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Mountainside cave discovered. More laws. Prosthetics.
New law. A new law has passed.
Short tunnel leads to a vast natural cave complex. Seems to have been used as a warehouse. Still some supplies here. This cave could collapse at any moment. It's no wonder it has been turned into a permanent shelter. We'll take what we can and leave before we're trapped in here. Or worse.
Work time. Get moving.
On Council's research, and there's really nothing that doesn't use wood, is there? Start making that automaton. Steam core needed. Engineer working on automaton project sent in his report. Broke the automaton he borrowed, now he wants a steam core. Damage hasn't been for nothing. We can fix a broken machine, and on top of that, we can now adjust the automatons and make them work faster. The engineer is busy again now, but he said he's on to something really exciting. We'll use one steam core. Malfunctioning automaton has been repaired. Yay! And we have another automaton on the way. Windstep Snowfield. The distinct spot in Frostland we can use as a waypoint for further explanation. Like discovered Snowcrawler and damaged Snowcat.
Workday ends. It's time off.
We need more automatons. Get to work. Snowcrawler reached. One of the snowcrawlers that was lost on the journey north. Disassembling will provide us with resources. More steam cores. Defeated by the weather. This snowcrawler was separated from an expedition by the blizzard and ran out of fuel. People are still inside, frozen solid. We'll give him a proper burial. The crawler was built before the Great Winter. Nobody predicted how bad the weather would get. Didn't stand a chance. All we can do now is dismantle it for resources. Yay, scouts have returned to the city. And they brought more wood with them. I'm gonna need more food. We can dismantle this building.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
Into the second hothouse here.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Let's see, we don't really have any place to explore, so we can expand these scouts for now, I guess. Wall drill researched. We could upgrade to the next rank and make our automatons better. Was performing admirably. Now we have to make enough of them to automate all the critical operations in the city before the storm hits. It's the only way to ensure that the sealing arts will be supported during the storm. The automaton has been built. Can't make a wall drill yet. What do we make instead of a wall drill then? Oh no, they're coming back with steam cores. No, they are not. They have not come back with steam cores yet. They have to still reach this. Found some supplies inside the wreck. We'll surely make good use of them. And they're going to take 23 hours to come back. And I'm not going to wait that long for steam cores. But the steam core right here, that would make it better, easier for them to start refuel. Search for steam cores. We run out of steam cores, but we know there are some industrial routes to the north and south. We might find some more steam cores there. We already explored them. Oh, never mind. The automaton has been built. Huge success. Sure, the automaton project is complete. Automatons can now be produced at a lower cost and used in medical facilities. We learned how to modify the automaton with precision attachments, allowing them to work on the most fragile thing we know of, the human body. It also turns out we can remove some non-essential parts. Yeah. And let's make them more streamlined.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Put one there. We're gonna need more workforce again. Yeah, let's have an automaton manage the hothouse. Sign a new law in. Let's build a public house.
Hear me.
Get
Hear
that
me.
discontent low.
New law in the city.
We may need more care houses eventually too. Oh, it's warm again.
Work time. Get moving.
And let's send another set of scouts out. And scouts. First scout has turned back to city. Send it back out again. Now we have more steam cores. Make a wall drill. We do need to make more automatons. Efficiency of automatons increased. Automaton tangled itself hopelessly in its assigned building. Can't free it without permanently dismantling one or the other, and that means shutting down either the automaton or the building. Shut down the sawmill. Dismantle this. We're out of wood.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Let's get some moonshine up. Less discontent for everyone.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Yeah, work on the wall drill automaton. Let's reach the area and let's build a steam hub here so the automaton can refuel itself conveniently. South Pass. Steep rocks faces protect us from the wind, but we fear a rock slide could happen at any moment. Traversing the narrow pass while avoiding the falling rocks and small avalanches was perilous, but we managed to get through. The observations made from the pass revealed several sites in the area worth exploring. We had to scout these new locations. Let's make another care house or medical post. More automatons, please.
Bundle up. It's getting colder. Work time. Get back to work.
And this gathering post is fully fleshed out. Oh no, one of our people died. One of our people that's suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. Let's end emergency shifts for today. We shouldn't really overuse it. One of our people has just died. Sickness, accidents, and deadly cold will keep claiming lives in this harsh world. We need a way to dispose of the body. I want to make a cemetery then. Once I reach Misty Valley, the air here is still. Trail ahead disappears in a milky haze. Even in the middle of the day, it feels like twilight. What's the name of the city? Amazon? Pfft. Silly Safika. Always a cynic. The narrow path we were investigating led onto a large, flat landscape. The snowy plains we had discovered seemed promising. We've already observed a dozen places worth exploring. Sites discovered? Stone ship. Let's have a new research ready. Could make a steam wood drill, wall drill, but that would mean more steam cores used and less for us. Make a steam sawmill instead. The automaton has been built. And scouts have reached a snow dune. A distinct spot in Frostland we can use as a waypoint for further exploration. Search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. We need more steam cores too, actually.
Time to rest.
Steam sawmill researched.
Works out today.
And we also need another steam core for a second coal mine. Yeah, let's go for another, let's go for more steel. Old homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in the homes. You quite sensibly point out it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. You also start heating 5 coal in 24 hours and keep them heated for 2 days. Let's heat everything. Everything? You sure? Yeah, it'll be fine. Stone ship. A distinct spot in Frostland we can use as a waypoint for further exploration. New landmark. George hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Site discovered, frozen pond, abandoned sawmill. And we can turn this off actually, since nobody's actually using it except for the automatons. But we do need our resource depots. That's a research outpost. This research outpost was deserted a long time ago. There still might be some useful equipment inside, like steam cores. People worked here were explorers. They paved the way north for the rest of us. They must have left in a hurry. Perhaps to reunite with their families before the great winter took hold. Take the resources. Let's get the Snowbound Dreadnought and work our way back towards the cracked ice. Frozen Pond reached. Maybe we'll reach some more promising locations from here. What do these guys have? Coal and steel. There we go, keep homes warm.
The work shift starts.
Oh yeah, we do need to build a cemetery.
New law. A new law has passed.
God will treat the dead with dignity. Knowing the dead will rest in peace is oddly comforting. Team Steelworks researched. Let's optimize coal mining. And let's upgrade these steel mills. Letter of thanks. Engineer's here to see you. Has a letter to you from his team. My workers asked me to deliver this. They're plain people, so it reads like bad poetry, but here's the gist of it. I want to thank you, sir. Besides this automaton working tirelessly in the inhuman cold, where previously they toiled and suffered, is something worth living for. Oh no, we have our first amputee. Isolated shelter reached. Might be able to find some resources inside. Shelter must have been built for some important person, or a very small group. Whoever was supposed to live here never showed up. The supplies are untouched. More steam cores. In an accident, an automaton stepped on a man, crushing his leg and crippling him for life. People argue that automaton should walk more slowly and carefully, even at the cost of their efficiency. We can't afford that. Can, however, afford prostheses.
Workday ends. It's off time.
Coal mining optimization research. Snowbound Dreadnought. An old abandoned dreadnought that's completely covered in snow. It's been here for a long time. This land dreadnought wasn't designed for this kind of weather. Presumably it was part of one of the prospecting expeditions before the Great Winter. We found some priceless resources here. Yeah, that's a lot of steam cores. Cemetery established. Cemetery having been established, and we can put our dead to rest. Discontent falls. Also turn this one off. Save on coal. Ceremonial funerals. Those who given their lives in service to the city deserve the highest honor. We will give our dead ceremonial funerals to inspire the living.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Wrecked vehicle reached. Found the wreck is some sort of vehicle. We can salvage some parts from it. While disassembling the wreck to salvage what we could from it, we found a hidden cache of supplies. Resources taken.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
Ugh. Frost just happened to reach right when I was about to reach there, wasn't it?
Work time. Get moving.
I should just research the better heat from the get-go. Losing a limb. More people had to undergo an amputation. Working in the freezing cold left them with severe frostbite, and there was no other choice. And are gravely ill due to frostbite. Well, I'm trying to do something. I don't even have heaters yet, unfortunately. Get some prostheses up. Generator power upgrade researched. That'll keep people from freezing to death, hopefully. Let's get the tier 4 X.
Workday ends. It's time off.
This is too chilly. Fine, overdrive it is. Pack dice. This has another point for exploration. Team Lorry and supply trailer. Let's go get it. And this gathering post is useless now. Or is it? Oh no, storage is just near capacity. And sawmill reached. Hasn't been used in a very long time. Everything is covered in ice. There was probably an outpost here years ago. There's nothing left. Now there's nothing left of it but this frozen sawmill. Guess we can get those scouts back here. And it should be daytime soon. I can turn down the overdrive. Ah, warmth. Lorry has been reached. The fuse machine used to haul tons of cargo until it broke. We can dismantle it to retrieve some resources. Generators were built thanks to steam lorries like this and their ability to haul cargo over the frozen landscape. It's a shame it can't be repaired. Get a supply trailer and then return home. Figure in the distance. Sir, we noticed something in the distance. A small black dot in the white desert moving slowly towards us. It's possible it might be a survivor. Difference engine researched. Now we can make the automatons more efficient. Long hours of toil. Sir, our people are worn out. Some of them have been working an extended shift for days on end. Endeavor is taking its toll and they're becoming restless. They deserve a break. Good idea. Regular work shifts for everywhere. We do have the luxury now that we're starting to get a lot of automatons.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
supply trailer reached. Plenty of various equipment lies scattered around the trailer, probably taken out in an attempt to free it after the ice has collapsed under it. This gear must have belonged to prospectors or explorers who came here before us. Some of it was twisted and crushed by the moving ice. We found many useful things. Yes, all the steam cores. That's a return, and they brought steam cores with them. And well, there's no plan to send them out again for now. Disband for now, I suppose.
Get to work.
Cry for help. Sir, an exhausted man has just reached our city. Badly frostbitten with a harrowing story to tell. Says he come from a city called New Manchester. It's inhabited mostly by workers and their families. But the resources are running out and they're in trouble. Fearing the coming storm, they send a scout team to look for help. He's a sole survivor. He begs us to help his people. We must find out more. The man arrived from New Manchester is in critical condition. If he doesn't get help right away, he'll die. It could be our only chance to learn more about the other city. Alright, let's get another medical post up then. Survivors reach the city, are tired and need a place to rest, bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention. Helping at what cost? Sir, some of our people are restless. They argue that with the storm closing in, we won't be able to succeed in our mission and help New Manchester at the same time. They understand if it's a difficult decision, but they want to know what your priority will be when you have to choose. You can't abandon people in need. Uh, hmm. Quite impatient, one of our people is facing death and is still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a couple of hours. Get the automaton to work on that. Excellent work! Seedling Arc now being safely maintained by the automatons. All critical operations secured, and we still have time to spare before the storm hits. If we're to have a shot at surviving, we'll have to gather as many supplies as we can. That's a return. And we can send them out to the expedition. We could get the steam coal mine because we were running low on coal a lot last.
time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Expedition camp reached. Tents in this camp are old and covered in patches. Seems to be deserted. Found the bodies of our other New Manchester members. Their supplies are completely insufficient for this weather. Not one of them managed to reach our city from here beggars belief. Broken vehicle.
New law! A new law has passed.
And we can make some prostheses.
Time to get to work.
Their automaton is ready. Broken vehicle reached. Some sort of machine buried under the ice. Best guess is a heavy cargo crawler. This vehicle belonged to the members of an expedition from New Manchester. It was clearly too heavy for the ice it rode over. Using it here was pure suicide. Ooh, supply depot. Steam coal mine researched. Yeah, let's get the last rank of tech up, and let's get steam coal mine.
Workday ends. It's off time.
No to thanks. It was the right thing to do. Observation tower reached. This is some kind of temporary observation point. We'll have a better view of what's ahead of us when we get to the top of it. You can see New Manchester. Many strands of smoke rise can be seen rising from it, which means it's still inhabited. We have to reach them as soon as possible.
Bundle up. It's getting colder. Work time. Get moving.
Put some more prostheses up. mining rationalization.
Hear me! New law in the city! Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Oh, New Manchester. The city is much bigger than ours, yet seems far less advanced and more crowded. A dimly glowing generator stands in the middle of a shanty town. There are so many people here. Too many. They look sick, underfed, and most of them don't have a proper roof over their heads. Nothing can save them from the storm, except us. We will try to help them. Aid for New Manchester. We found New Manchester, but its people are lacking almost everything needed to survive. We can try to help them, but only automatons will be able to carry supplies across the windswept wasteland to them. If you want to help them survive the storm, first they need construction materials, wood and steel, to build shelters. This is just beginning. They'll need much more, especially food and coal. Messenger lives. We saved the life of a survivor from New Manchester. He's thankful, even though we had to amputate his arm. Thank you. If I was in New Manchester, I'd have died. We don't have the means to save victims of deep frostbite. The city seems to be dangerously underdeveloped.
Wrap up well. Frost is here.
Ooh, chilly. Too chilly, actually.
Move! Time to get to work.
Your automaton has been built. The generator power upgrade too. He's asking to help his the man from New Manchester is asking to help his city. I know you have an important mission, but the people in New Manchester won't survive without your help. You have enough supplies to send us a relief. You have enough supplies to send us a relief expedition with building materials. See what we can do. Let's see. New landmark discovered. automaton sent, and now let's send them over to Manchester. No, that's not it. Not the automaton scout. Any relief expedition. There we go. Now they need food. Ah, I do not have that many food rations. People oppose you. When certain engineers are here again, they argue that sending supplies to New Manchester endangers our mission. We came out ready here to give our lives so that the Earth can be reborn. We can't forfeit it all now. Please, show us you understand the importance of our mission. I won't endanger our mission. I promise. This time. How many automatons do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I currently have 8.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Sorry, I need the research power. Present supplies. With modern effort, we were able to remove the crates containing supplies from under the snow. We'll put it to good use. Generator range upgrade. Let's try charcoal kilns. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, no, I don't think we're gonna need charcoal kilns. Maybe. Hmm. We need a house. Let's use up less coal.
back to work.
And all this building, we can use them for other tasks. Greater efficiency upgrade too. Manchester Dreadnought reached. More steam cores. There's not really any law to sign in anymore. I don't really want the dueling law. We're running low on people as is. Can't afford the extra food. We need to send that to New Manchester.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Speaking of which, how much coal does this eat up per hour anyway? Ooh, 7 steam hubs eat up 612 per day. We do make a net profit though in the coal game. Maybe we should make charcoal kilns just to have more coal production. Or advanced coal mines. I think we have enough days to take advantage of that. How much will that take? Yeah, I think we can afford another tom-tom. And what's our max food? Okay, we can have up to 2,100 food. But we definitely need more hothouses, I think. Somehow reduce our food consumption. Okay, if I dismantle, then I still can get a steam. Still can get a steam core. Yeah, investing in a steam core will probably get me more than will it get me more than will it get me more compared to charcoal kilns though? And this is just one steam core investment per
Get to work.
additional
There's plenty to do.
additional coal production. Let's get more castles. Let's try to get the last of this text up before I ran out of time. I'll delete this street. Right, well, advanced coal mine researched either way.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
By default researched. Now quick, get back here before you freeze to death.
Work time. Get moving.
Long rail range extension. Okay. I guess next we're pretty much set on everything else, even steel. So the next thing to do would be to build houses and streamline the automatons a little more. Yeah, scouts will return to the city. We have enough to send relief expedition to New Manchester. The supply of food we send should get them through the storm. The New Manchester won't survive without sufficient coal supply for the generator. We estimated the amount they'll need and it doesn't look good. Let's do what we can. Alright, let's disband that. And all the automatons will reach in one day, so we have to keep this time in mind. Our food supplies isn't really going to be an issue, I think. Just our coal. Change of heart. Sir, the engineers who oppose your decision to help New Manchester are once again here to see you. You promised to focus on our mission and you stayed true to your word. We're sorry we doubted you. Seems we do have a chance of helping them after all. We'll do whatever it takes. Infrastructure kept intact. You convinced people you can help New Manchester without endangering our mission. They trusted completely and are willing to follow you as long as necessary. Good. That just means we're gonna need a lot of coal. There's a support. Found a letter to you. It's unsigned. I wholeheartedly support your decision to help New Manchester. I know many others who do. They admit only to it in private. Shame they design this by those who see compassion as a weakness. Yeah, definitely think we have the leeway to send the expedition. As long as we get the automatons made. Ooh, that Sea Dog almost freeze to death.
Move! Time to get to work.
Auto integration researched. Yep, I think now is the best time to make houses. But Captain, the man from New Manchester has come. He wants you to help the people of the city. You have enough coal to send help to New Manchester. Without it, they may not survive the coming storm. Is there anything more valuable than human life? We'll see what we can do. But first, we need more... Definitely need more people. Or automatons. Yeah, we can send these automatons over there. New Manchester cared for. There are tears of gratitude in the eyes of the people of New Manchester when the final transport reaches their city. We did all what we could. Their fate is out of our hands now. Now I just need to accrue enough food, build enough houses, and that'll be it. And we're almost completely out of steam cores too.
Workday ends.
Final effort. With New Manchester secured, we can focus on our mission again. The doubtful engineers have come forward. Sir, we may disagree with you, but we're prepared to put it behind us. For better or for worse, we're ready for the final push to fulfill our mission. Let's get to work! Yeah, I probably should turn this on now. Stop the sea darks from dying. And I think we have high enough coal production to keep everything intact. And we export everything. Good on us. these cookhouse will be able to make enough food rations, and we actually have enough coal this time. Supplies ready. We gathered enough supplies to survive the storm. Everything else has been taken care of. That's it. Final test of our city begins. Did our best. We can only pray now. This will have to be our legacy. We did our best. We were chosen. Stewards of the future. But winter forced us to choose. We found another city, helpless in the cold. We decided to help. Lives were more important. We saved all the arcs. But more importantly, we saved New Manchester. We took our chances and saved our humanity. Let that be our legacy. Hey! Well, that's the second one actually completed. Guess there's 4 more left. The refugees, all the winter home, last autumn, and on the edge. I want to do the refugees next week. Which also I must know that we could also give it a try. But for now, I think that's